In this video, we'll look at the differences between solid hardwood and engineered hardwood flooring and which ones you should choose. That's starting right now.
Welcome to Home Buyers School, brought to you by Brookfield Residential.
Hi everyone, I'm Carl Ye. Welcome to another Home Buyer School video, a channel where you get the latest strategies, tactics, and tips from home buying experts. And remember, if this is your first time on this channel and you want to get the latest strategies from the experts, hit the subscription button below, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss anything. So today I'm joined by Deborah Armstrong, a senior interior designer with Brookfield Residential. And the topic that we're going to cover today is solid hardwood flooring versus engineered hardwood flooring. Which is best for me? So Deborah, what's the difference between the two? I think that's the first question. And then how do I choose between them?
Exactly. So the difference between the two is solid hardwood is a solid piece of hardwood. Mm-hmm. So it's the, if it's a maple, for example, it is maple all the way through and through.
Yeah.
Engineered, however, I have a piece here, mm-hmm. is you have a thinner layer on top of the real hardwood. In this case, it's oak. And then underneath, you have several layers of other wood, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Different woods here, going different ways. So the grains are going this way, then this way, and crisscrossing all the way through, and glued and compressed very tightly. Mm-hmm. The benefit of this is that it will not shrink and expand due to humidity.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one of the reasons why you would pick this, especially in Calgary, Edmonton areas, where our temperatures change drastically, mm-hmm. especially in our winters. Things dry out, you're going to get that gapping if it was real hardwood.
Oh,
whereas
okay.
in engineered, if you have your humidity set right, mm-hmm. and that's very important with any hardwood, you won't get that shrink.
Okay.
That dry shrinkage, yes, so it won't dry out.
Yeah.
Okay. The other reason being for the engineered is now we can get wider planks.
Okay.
When you use a solid, you can get up to maybe 4 inches maximum, mm-hmm. no more.
Okay.
We can get up to a 7.5, 8 inch wide with engineered. Mm-hmm. And we're saving trees.
So how are you saving trees? Like, is it just because?
Because we're using, instead of a solid thickness now mm-hmm. of that tree, we're using a thin layer
of the tree.
Of that tree.
Is it multiple different types of wood for the entire piece?
Yes, these are like plywoods and different types of woods that are put together that aren't like regular hardwood, like your maple or your oaks or things like that. You're using a much more economical wood underneath.
So say for like scratches, still engineered much better than solid?
Nope, they're the exact same.
Oh, they're the exact,
because it's the surface.
Yeah.
So with a solid piece, if it's oak or maple, it's that on top, mm-hmm. just as this is. This is the same on top.
Yeah.
Now, people say, well, with solid, I can, finish it many times
mm-hmm.
over. No, not really. You can do it about the exact same as this, because when you're using a solid, it is nailed down into the tongue and groove. Okay. So you can only sand down as far as that anyways, and that's about 3 millimeters. The same as what would this be.
Oh, okay.
So you can refinish both of these products, solid and an engineered, the exact same amount of times.
Oh, so yes, that was one of the questions I had too, is that I was thinking with a solid, you were thinking you could sand it
down
as much.
Forever.
Yeah.
Nope. There's that little nail there and you can't.
So is there a point where, whether it's solid or engineered, you shouldn't be sanding anymore, you should just replace it?
Exactly.
Okay.
And in a lifetime, when you're in that home for 25 years, you're very rarely going to be able to sand it down 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Most people maybe get 1 time.
Yeah.
And then it's time to change because things have changed. Styles have changed. You wanted to change it.
Yeah. So how often, let's say, like I was living in a house for 20 years, how often would you change your hardwood?
If it's really, really worn or stained or scratched, yes. And just maybe it's time to redecorate if you've been in the mm-hmm. home for that long. And that's when you'd want to do it.
So what are the benefits of using, now you've talked about using engineered hardwood, what are the benefits of using solid hardwood?
There really is no benefits over engineered.
Okay.
There is none.
Okay.
You're going to have the same wear layer. You can get all the different same finishes. And in fact, engineered is, you're going to have more options with engineered because you're going to get those water planks that everyone wants to do today.
Yep.
No one wants to stick with those little boards anymore,
Yeah.
the 2.5, 2.25, 3.25 inch boards.
And I would assume how are the prices? Same?
Yes, they're
Very similar?
relatively the same.
Okay, great. And again, like you said, it was perfect for climates such as Calgary and Edmonton, where.
Absolutely.
So, are you saying like if you use a solid hardwood, like
Yes.
if in like a terrible winter, and then great summer, does the floorboards actually shrink, and then there's massive,
Absolutely.
bigger holes in between them?
Yeah, in between,
Yeah.
you get that gaping. So
Yeah.
little crumbs will fall down in there if you've
Yeah.
got pets or dogs
Yeah.
or kids, just
Yeah.
everyday household.
Yeah.
You're going to see those little crumbs
Yeah.
in there. Come summertime when humidity comes back again,
Yeah.
sometimes they can get, if it's not installed right, you can get buckling because they're now expanding with that moisture. So the
Oh, okay.
floors can just heave up a little bit,
Oh, so you see an actual like
like a little dip. Yes, where the
okay.
seams are.
Oh, okay.
If you get too much humidity, you see, and with the engineered, that is not a problem.
Perfect. Anything else to add?
No, I think we've covered everything.
Perfect. So the question I have for you is, have you installed hardwood or engineered in your house? And tell us why. Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
That's another edition of Homebuyer School. Tune in next time for more expert tips and tricks. And visit homebuyersschool.ca to bring you one step closer to finding your dream home. As with everything, it would be great if you like and share our videos. Also, please let us know if you have any home buying questions you want us to answer.